Good evening, my family, and welcome home to Parton's Heritage Homestead, where we are a Mediterranean lifestyle and American lifestyle who eats healthier with healthier versions. And my name is Carrie. Those of you who are new, if you enjoy our channel, please hit that subscribe button and like that like button so we can keep getting through the algorithm. And those who have been with us already from the beginning, over almost 2 years, welcome home. So what is it we're gonna do tonight? Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna have a fun dinner. Basically, we have been doing good with the Mediterranean foods, and we had the seafood chowder, but sometimes we just get that craving for a good burger. Now, like many of us, whether we're young, old, it doesn't matter. We all like a burger, and there's times that we like the Whopper from Burger King, or we like the Big Mac from McDonald's. Well, at one time, I did like the Big Mac, although I know it's not good for us. But I'm going to show you a way of making that Big Mac that is better and healthier for you, and guarantee you will taste a whole lot better than what you get at McDonald's. So let's get started and let's have some fun in the kitchen. Okay, y'all, so we are going to start first off with the special sauce. Now, I'm going to tell you, for me, I'm going to give you the original recipe. Number one, I will be cutting it in half for Mr. James and I will be cutting sugar out of this. Now, for the most part, there is no sugar except for the ketchup. We are going sugar-free, so this is totally up to you. Use your style of mayonnaise, your style of ketchup. We are using Duke's because this seems to be safe for Mr. James. Also, we are using those kosher pickles that we got from Aldi's, and y'all, those pickles taste, like a pickle should. They're not over vinegar, they're just nice kosher. It reminds me of a pickle taken out of a barrel. These are good. So let's start with the sauce. Okay, we are going to start with mayonnaise. We are using 1 cup of mayonnaise. Remember, I am just doing a half of this portion. So I need 2 tablespoons of minced pickles of any choice that you like. It does not matter. I'm going to add that to this. We need 2 teaspoons of mustard. Okay, y'all, sometimes it just doesn't come out of there, and I just got to do that. My hands are clean, by the way. I need a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. One tablespoon of ketchup. Find my tablespoon here. Remember, I'm using a sugar-free version. I need a half a teaspoon of paprika. Now I'm going to give my paprika in this sauce a bit of a twist. You can use a sweet paprika, which is Spanish, or sweet paprika, Spanish paprika. I am actually going to use a smoked to give it just a little bit of a kick flavor to this. Okay, so I'm missing, oh Lord have mercy. Okay, I know what to do. Hang on, y'all. We got this. Here we go. That's what I needed. So I need a half a teaspoon of paprika. Like I said, I am going with a smoky flavor. I don't know, there's just something about a burger and smoke. And hubby, by the way, Mr. James, is fixing to grill, and we're going to show you how we grill and what we used. Y'all, we do not use lighter fluid. We never use lighter fluid in our grills. We have that charbroil taste without the lighter fluid, and we have that smoke same way. Now I need a 1/4 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. Now this is my homemade versions, dehydrated. I'm going to get just a tad bit more of my onion powder. Okay. And then we're just going to mix this all together, y'all. And that is it. This will be the special sauce. Now they say to let it sit for about 2 hours to marinate all these flavors. Now while our burgers are grilling outside, we are going to actually let this sit in the fridge in a container. So this still, I could have went a little less on that too. So this makes a lot of sauce, y'all. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a flavor, a taste, and see what we got. Okay, y'all, let's see if this will match the special sauce that we know from McDonald's or not. Okay, this is more like a kick the notch adult version of special sauce. So if I had to choose the one that they have at McDonald's or this one, I will choose this one. Now it does, you can taste a little bit of that cider, that vinegar and the mustard. Add that smoky flavor to this and it just does absolutely kick it up a notch. Y'all, this is good. Now some have sweetened this. That's totally up to you with about a teaspoon of sugar. Me, I don't think it needs it, but some other people might like it that way. Now, one of the things that the recipe did call for, and I will tell you what I didn't, that's the reason why this tastes different to me, is I did not add the sweet pickle relish. You can add it if you want to, but Mr. James can't have it, so we used the minced kosher. Y'all, this still came out tasting really, really good. So I'm going to let this marinate while we get ready, and I'll show you how Mr. James starts our grill. Y'all, since we stopped using, and I'm going to tell you something, we never knew this before. At one time we were using lighter fluid, but the food tasted different, and not only that, we ended up with heartburn all the time, and we couldn't understand it. One day Mr. James said, you know, he started studying more about grills and getting that charbroil flavor, and y'all, that man can make a charbroil burger like I ain't never had before. Lord have mercy. But the biggest thing he did was stop using charcoal fluid, and honestly, the fluid, we stopped having heartburn, and it stopped making us sick to our stomach. Now, we had a barbecue we went to, and they used the fluid, and we could definitely tell the difference from the method we used to the method they used. So I'm going to show you our method and see if this helps many of the others. okay? Okay, y'all, so we are here with, hi, Mr. James, with Mr. James, and he's going to explain how he does our charcoal for our grill.
First of all, this box right here she's holding in her hand,
Hang on a second here, y'all.
I use little starters in
And
the bottom of my
if I can get this box
chimney.
open, we'll show you. Hang on a second. These are the little cubes that we are using. I think he's got 2 of these cubes in the bottom of this cylinder.
And then all I need is just a little bit of paper just to get it started. I always put those little cubes right in the holes. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Let me see if we can get you under here, y'all. Yeah, right there. If you see that right there.
That way it gets my charcoal started. So then I'll put my paper, kind of roll it up a little bit, and try to stand it up. About like that. And then take my lighter. If I can see it here.
He creates somewhat what's called a
then
fire pit in the bottom of this and just lets it sit. Now, once these are good and hot, we'll come back and show you the next step into what he does with this.
When you start seeing it smoking, that's when it's starting to get hot down here. And once it comes up, it'll quit smoking, and then it's ready to pour out and start grilling.
As you can see, the smoke's starting up now, so we know that these coals, and this is just regular charcoals, these are not coated with anything, just regular charcoal, y'all.
Yeah.
So he does his wood heat, or the wood smoking the same way, only he doesn't use the charcoal. Yes, he does a little bit of the charcoal to get it started.
I'll take and get some charcoal started, put it over at my firebox.
Yep.
And then I'll just take and get chunks of wood and just start putting it on top of the charcoal.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So we'll be back when it's ready to to go ahead and put our grill together, y'all. Okay, y'all, so on to our prepping. So we have sliced using iceberg lettuce in very thin slices, ribbons. We've sliced our onion, or our lettuce, and we set it aside. Now we have sliced our kosher pickles, and we have these ready for our burgers. Now we are going to thinly slice. You can chop these and mince them if you want them. I am going to thinly slice this on our onions, and then I'm going to do something different to kind of take out any bite or bitterness to our onion. I had learned this. We're going to see if this actually works, if it's super hot or whatever. So we are going to let these soak in ice water for just a little bit, and then we'll rinse those off and set that aside. And that would be, so far we have our special sauce, pickles, onions, lettuce. Now we don't have a sesame seed bun, however me and Mr. James are going to be using my fresh milled hamburger buns, and then we'll have our char-broiled burgers to put in there. And we are using, now that is the one process we are using, is the Velveeta American cheese. So, and you could choose whatever cheese you want. You can use fresh cheddar, whatever you feel like it, y'all, but that is the one cheese we're going to put on here. So occasionally we do the all-American, satisfy those cravings like we talked about, but we try to choose a way to do it healthier than we would get if we went to McDonald's to do this. So hopefully this will help others to be able to do it as well. So now I'm going to get these soaking in ice water and be right back. Okay, y'all, so Mr. James is going to finish you up on this part.
This is when you know it's ready to spread out and put your grill together to get ready to put these bad boys on.
Now, I will tell you, those may be pre-done. Those are Angus burgers. We do try it if we do them pre-done. I prefer to use fresh, but Mr. James likes using the Angus burgers that are frozen sometimes. So I don't always deny them, but these are what we call our cheat days, doing the best we can. Better than going over and running the McDonald's version. So at this point, I'm going to back away because this is going to get really hot. So hang on a minute, folks. Alright, my family. Ooh, lordy, that's hot. See them coals at the bottom of that? Now, where he got that cylinder from, it's really not that expensive, y'all. We got it from Walmart.
And this is not using charcoal or charcoal fluid.
Yeah, we don't use fluid.
I just use the charcoal, but no fluid.
Like I said, that fluid was making us sick. We had to do something different. So he went to studying on a better way to do our grills, and this is how he's been doing them. Sorry about that, y'all. This is how he's been doing them ever since. Let me see if I can get in a better angle so I'm not in Mr. James's way too.
Alright, ready. Let that heat up good and hot first, because it's already had stuff cooked on it before, so I get it hot.
Alright, y'all, so while he's doing that, we're going to go inside and finish preparing our burgers, the ingredients for it. Okay, so we strained our onions from the ice water. Y'all, I will tell you, this made this a lot fresher tasting, basically, and crispier. So I like this method. I think I would do it again for all burgers. Just to let you know, we will be doing a Mediterranean burger as well, as we went and bought some of that ground lamb at Aldi's, and we will be making a Greek version of lamb burgers, which is a Mediterranean style instead of the American style. So we're trying to just do both the best that we can with you. Now, our bun, like I said, you can choose your bun. You can do keto buns. You can do fresh milled if you're milling. You can do any type of bun you want, homemade, whatever. We are using our homemade fresh milled. Now, I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut this. I'm actually going to look for the thickest ones that I have here. This one will work, because I'm actually going to be cutting this into thirds. And I will show you how we're going to do that. I'll go ahead and put this up. This same buns is what we're going to use when we go to make our Greek lamb burgers as well. So let's just give you guys a heads up. We got a Mediterranean style burger as well. So now I'm going to angle this camera so I can show you how we are going to cut this burgers. Okay, y'all, so now here's my options. I could go ahead and just cut this in half, cut another one, and don't use the top, but just the bottom. Now, to me, that's kind of a waste. If you've got high enough buns, especially homemade, you can literally cut this in thirds, because we do have to toast this. So what I'm going to do is cut this in thirds. Look at my sizes. So I'm going to start with my bottom cut down here. There's my bottom. Now I'm going to come to my top in my middle section right here. And I have my 3-stack bun. Now we're going to go ahead and toast these. Now we're going to use olive oil instead of butter, though, to toast our buns. Okay, so I got my pan getting heated up, and we're just going to spread some olive oil around here. Now I'm going to take each piece of our bun from the inside. I'm going to spread that on top of that olive oil to get that olive oil on our buns, basically, like this. Because we kind of want to coat that to get that nice, and you can use butter if you want to, but I'm choosing a healthier fat if I'm going to have. This is already a cheat day, but I like using a healthier fat. So I'm going to turn around and let this, now that we got this soaked into our bread, we're going to go ahead and toast this, and once we get this toasted, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so our bread is now toasted, just like so. Put that over. That was our bottom, and then we have our toasted buns. Now we're going to go ahead and do our second one, get that ready, and all we'll be doing then is waiting, y'all, on our burger. So I'm going to just go ahead and sprinkle some more olive oil, start my second buns, coat those. And then that bottom piece. And then we'll get these toasted. Once we get these toasted, we'll be ready to assemble it and put it together. Okay, y'all, time to assemble. So hubby likes his a little thick, so his is actually going to be taller. I kind of cut mine in half because these are rather thick size burgers, y'all. So what I'm going to do is start with our special homemade sauce that we made together. Put that at the bottom of this. We're going to put our patty down. We're going to add our cheese. Going to add some of our lettuce on the top. Add our second layer. Again, we're going to add our special sauce to this. Our cheese, the burger. Lord, y'all, his is going to be nice and thick. Our lettuce. Push that down some. Our onions. Our pickles, and then top that with our sauce. And that's the hubby's, y'all, Big Mac. Let's see if you can see this. Let me go ahead and turn this camera and show you what it's like. Okay, y'all, and so here is the homemade version of the Big Mac. Now mind you, I did tell you this was our cheat night. We chose to do this than to go pay for McDonald's. We chose to make it as homemade as much as possible. Now the patties were pre-done, and we are using processed Velveeta sharp cheddar cheese. The rest of this, however, y'all, this is all fresh ingredients. So we did the best we could without paying the price or going to McDonald's. So I will have the special sauce recipe in the description box below. I am actually going to go ahead and finish my burger. I am hungry, and so I'm hoping you enjoyed this cheat day with us, and we have these occasionally. So, but if we make it, then, I mean, if we want a cheat day, we try to do it a little bit healthier than normal. Y'all, that actually looks pretty big, or pretty good, even though it's nice and thick. So, until next time, much love from Parton's Heritage Homestead.